You found my bonus episode. This is a warning. Please don't sleep with the blanket over your head. Dangerous levels of CO2 can accumulate over the minimum threshold of 10,000 parts per million that cause dizziness. Your blanket can hold up to 20,000 parts per million, guaranteeing dizzy conscious before you sleep. You're already losing brain cells. Brain cells are dying. And this is the bonus episode. Be on the lookout. Do not have a blanket over your head. Be on the lookout. For my subs going up, come on. Show the channel some love. Tap it up. Tap it up. You found the bonus episode. My last episode just ended itself. So I restarted it. The bonus episode. It's that simple. And I'm going to listen to DK's Daily Shot of Steelers. Let's go.
Again, and it's the right thing to say, but it just might not mean all that much. Good morning to you. Good Friday morning. I'm Dan Kovacevic of DK Pittsburgh Sports. This is Daily Shot of Steelers. It comes your way bright and early every weekday. If you're into hockey and or baseball, I also offer daily shots of Penguins and Pirates. Steelers versus Patriots comes with a 1:02 p.m. kickoff Sunday in Foxborough, Massachusetts. And it has an ominous opportunity to extend awful trend. And let's call it what it is. Let's stop talking about how did this happen against the Jets? How did this happen against the Seahawks? Throw some data at you here you're not going to like. But it's now been 10 games in a row. 10. Counting last season, and yes, of course, counting the Baltimore playoff debacle. The Steelers have allowed at least 300 yards of offense.
300 yards? Yeah. That's it. It's a special era. They're saying defenses have never been this bad in Pittsburgh.
Those 10 games, the actual average that they've allowed is 362 yards per game. So when we're talking about the Jets coming close to 400, the Seahawks coming close to 400, we probably ought to stop talking about that as if it's stunning. This is who they've been for the better part of the equivalent of an NFL season. And really, if you rewind to that part of last season where things really started to make sense, when the team was 10-3, the defense was still good. The defense was still top 10. It was top 5 against the run, if you can believe it. The wheels began to get rattled a little bit with that loss in Philadelphia, and then they just came off after that. And they've yet to be put back on. Listen, I can go after coaching and schemes and Mike Tomlin and Terrell Austin, positional guys, and I'm sure there's a lot of people, myself included, possibly, who can find comfort in that. Because you can just wag a finger and say, listen, there's some really big names that Omar Khan and Andy Weidel and Tomlin have added to this defense. So why aren't they performing the way they're supposed to? Or anywhere close to it? The 3 biggest of those names on the defensive side, undoubtedly, T.J. Watt, Cam Hayward, Jalen Ramsey. Can we agree on that? Or at least come close to agreeing on that? Okay, let's do this. TJ, in his last 6 games, again, I'm including the Baltimore playoff game, has no sacks and 2 quarterback hits. Here again, we can complain about how he isn't moved around and how opponents are running away from him, and we can be fair and accurate in saying that, while at the same time acknowledging that there's never really been a stretch like this for TJ ever. One more time, 6 games, no sacks, 2 quarterback hits. Cam, in his last 7 games, including that playoff, no sacks, 5.5 run stuffs, no forced fumbles, no fumble recoveries, 5 passes defensed, 3 of those coming in one game against the Bengals at the end of the regular season. Now, Ramsey deserves to be in his own category, I feel, because one, he wasn't here last year, so it's not like he'd have some trend that would extend in the Steelers context. And also because he has generated significant splash in these first 2 games he's been here. Had the 2 huge stops/hits to end the game in East Rutherford. Had the pick last week. But there's also this. The Seahawks entered Acrisure Stadium with a plan to attack Ramsey. So whatever it was that Tomlin had in mind about Ramsey and this, we're going to put him on your best guy, as if that was supposed to be some sort of intimidating thing, and you're going to stay away from him and we're going to shrink the field. No, that isn't happening. It didn't happen as it related to routine coverage against the Jets, and it sure didn't happen. Sam Darnold and the Seahawks targeted Ramsey 11 times in that game this past Sunday, beating him for 9 catches, a total of 128 yards, and an unbelievable average of 14.2 yards allowed per attempt. Not per completion, but per attempt. Going at Ramsey earns you, the Seattle offense, 14.2 yards per attempt. So,
Thank you,
yes,
Jalen.
I believe strongly that the coaching, the schematics, can be a lot smarter than they've been. I also believe that this team would benefit immensely
They're blaming the LA Rams, Jalen Ramsey, free agent.
from a return to basics. Something that Cam brought up himself yesterday at the facility.
You know, I think it's about just us getting back to, tackling well, getting off blocks, setting the edge, coming downhill. And then we can focus on the, getting after the passer. But until we stop the run early, we're not going to have a chance in that regard.
But let's not kid ourselves here. This defense was built.
All right. This is just a Daily Shot of Steelers. I listen to that a lot. Usually just the thumbnail is enough to make me feel informed. Nobody wants to bother me this episode. Nice. This was just the bonus episode. Remember, don't sleep with your blanket over your head, okay? Nobody else loves you, because if they love you, they'd make sure you got real advice. Spread the thought